Yeah. To be honest, part of my reasoning for wanting Doug Baldwin, do you remember it would have been right around their Super Bowl run, maybe even just before Doug Baldwin did a signing at Jersey City, or did many signings at Jersey City. And so the funny thing about that is obviously they did some signings. I don't think Kamloops or Kelowna, the two places that you and I can't remember whether you worked in Kelowna, but obviously I worked at the Jersey City in Kamloops. I worked at the Jersey City in Kelowna. He never made his way to those places, but we got the sort of leftover pictures that would have been sitting in front of him to autograph. And the funny thing about that is, and I don't even know if this person ever figured this out, but there was a guy, he was the most annoying Seahawks fan. And we all have them in our favorite teams. And he saw the stack of unsigned Doug Baldwin pictures. And he was like, oh, how come I didn't get a signed picture? And was just like putting up this huge stink about not like getting the whatever it was about not getting a signed Doug Baldwin picture. And I just like, you know, those times in customer service where like you have this light bulb go off and you're like, you know what, I'm going to get this guy. And he's never like, I'm going to totally clown with him. And so I go to the back and I look up Doug Baldwin's signature and I sign Doug Baldwin's signature. And another person I was working with, I won't incriminate the person, came to the back and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, does this look exactly like the signature? And they're like, whoa, that's almost the same. And the only difference we found was Doug Baldwin, when he does his number of 8 and 8, I'm a figure 8 kind of 8 person. He's a double loop kind of 8 person, and they look just a little bit different. And they said if you did not do the 8 in the 8 incorrectly, it would have been unnoticeable. So somewhere out there, I'm quite positive there is a person who has a signed Doug Baldwin picture from me. So you're welcome for that one.
So speaking of Doug Baldwin visiting Jersey City and doing that autograph signing, thanks to our good friend, Matt Ferguson, because Doug Baldwin visited Matt's store in, I think Matt was in Victoria at the time. And I want to say this signing happened in 2013.
That would make sense.
Which is the year I got married. And so our good friend Matt got me this.
Yeah.
So I'm showing off a signed football from the legit Doug Baldwin. And Steve, in case you're not sure, check out the 8.
Oh, right. It was 89. Yeah. Oh, hold it a little more on the screen. It's you can't see the number in the screen. There you go. Huh.
Yeah.
So it is almost like a figure 8. It's just the top of it.
He does 2 circles, right? He does a circle and a circle. That's how I do. Yeah. That's how I do my 8s as well. It's a circle and a circle.
So the number he was, but I was like, I know it was 80 something because I remember the 8 in it was the only thing that would, and maybe you'll post a clip of this to our YouTube or something like that. You can see Doug Baldwin's signature is not overly hard to copy. It's very scribble, elongated. So
a big D, a big B, and some scribbles.
It's not hard.